3 things that can block your abundance. Are you ready to manifest more wealth and success? Let's go, guys. I wanted to do this video just for you on my channel. I was actually inspired by another channel. There was a video done by Andrea Schulman. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. I'm not the best with names. Andrea Schulman. She did a video about abundance blockers that really hit home with me, guys. And it inspired me to do this video on my channel because one of my favorite topics, guys, one of the things I love talking about most is abundance, and some things that you can do to create such an environment around you every single day to manifest more abundance in your life. So we're going to talk about it right now. I want to talk about it in my own way, and I want to share with you 3 things that I've noticed along my own journey that has caused me to put up blockers against manifestation. The good thing about this topic is that these are blocks that can be removed. So if you notice that any of the things that I mentioned are things that you also struggle with, feel free to drop that in the comments and let's talk about it. I would love to hear your comments on this topic. So guys, be sure to stick around until the end. I have an amazing free guide that talks about manifesting more in your life, whether it's a new job, a new home, a specific amount of money, whether it's love in your life. This guide is going to help you, and it is completely free, go-getters. So be sure to check it out. And just to help to pay it forward, just to help this content on this channel get in front of more people, please do me a huge favor and hit the thumbs up button just so that more people can get eyes on this content. Every time you thumbs up any YouTuber's content, it tells YouTube that people are interested in seeing content like this. So it's going to put that content in front of more viewers. So I greatly appreciate all the love go-getters that you give me on this channel. Thank you so much. So 3 abundance blockers. Let's start with number 1. So these are things, guys, that I have personally struggled with that I'd like to share with you in hopes that maybe I can help somebody else. Maybe if you hear it from me that it's actually been a struggle of mine, maybe it can help you to overcome and remove this abundance blocker from your life. So number 1 is one thing that was actually mentioned on Andrea's channel that I can also relate to, and that is limiting your source of abundance. And I know that sounds crazy that someone would do something like that, but guys, I've done it in my business many times where I have different businesses. So I have different streams of income that come into my bank account. And I know specifically with my coaching and mentorship side of my business, that's the business that I've worked the longest hours and the hardest at. And ironically, that's the business that has paid me the least compared to my other businesses. So I want to repeat that again. The business that I've been the most attached to, the business that I've worked long and hard to build, I'm talking sleepless, restless nights, I'm talking years and years of building this business, is the business out of all of my businesses that pays me the least. That should tell you something, but that's for a whole nother video. Well, the point I'm making is that for all those long hours that I've poured into helping other people, teaching other people, guiding other people, creating courses and content to help and build up the entrepreneurial community, for all those hard hours, I have become extremely abundant in my life in so many different ways, and not just monetary. I mean, my relationships are abundant. My home is abundant. I don't want or need for anything. I have a struggle coming up with a list for my birthday or Christmas because my needs are provided for, my wants are provided for. So I have so much favor and love in my home and in my relationships that also counts for abundance, along with how I flourished so quickly and so well in some of my other businesses. But I would get really caught up and get in a huge funk about all the long hours I've put in for this specific business. Why can't this specific business prosper me on the level that I imagined it. So I think sometimes if you're like me, I'm one of those people that when I visualize something a certain way, if it doesn't happen exactly the way that I visualize it, sometimes I get frustrated. And guys, that is a huge abundance blocker, because you are supposed to be open to seeing abundance anywhere, anytime, any way. Okay, it can come through in any way. And sometimes you might be putting in work on this thing over here, but this thing over here is the thing that actually prospers you. But as long as you are experiencing abundance and prosperity, guys, why does it really matter where the money is coming from or where the prosperity and abundance is coming from? So you want to be totally grateful for all of your unlimited sources of abundance and not get so caught up in one specific source, because you know that the more that you are attached to the outcome of things, I feel like the more you reject them, because in that case, you don't really trust the flow and process of the universe, and you're not surrendering and just flowing and allowing things to come in and to easily go out. You're more so trying to control your outcomes, and that's when you repel abundance from yourself. So that's number one. So number two is making negative comments about money. And I'm just going to share with you one of the comments that I would frequently make about money. And I have been growing through that and not doing that as much anymore. And that's looking into your bank account and saying, oh, wow, my account is getting low. I had a mentor one time that would ask me when I would say that, what is low? Define low. There is no low. There's only unlimited abundance, and it can come into your life at any time. So even though basically you've been associating low with a certain amount of money and it makes you feel a certain way. It's almost like you have to retrain your mind and your mouth, okay, to say, oh, wow, I'm so blessed that I have plenty of money in my account, and I'm open and connected to an unlimited source of abundance, and plenty more is on its way to me right now. I'm so grateful for what I have now, because I know that it increases every single day. And so that's how you sort of redirect the negative thoughts, because guys, negative thoughts, they will come, but you don't have to accept them. It's almost like if you have a stranger to come and knock on your door, just because they knocked and they asked to come in, you don't have to let them in and accept them as a visitor in your house. You can not open your door at all, or you can redirect them, to where they need to be. It's the same thing with those negative thoughts. When they approach you, I should say you're the house, you don't have to let them in. You can redirect those thoughts, tell the negative stuff where to go, and welcome in a better, more positive thought, a higher perspective in relationship with your situation. So that's number two. So guys, don't forget, we're almost at the end of this video. If you are enjoying this content, go-getters, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to stick around this tribe, you know how to subscribe. You know how to turn that bell on. I go live every single week, guys. So you don't want to miss the live content. You also don't want to miss these videos that I'm publishing. Everything from prosperity, abundance, business tips, marketing, spiritual, all kinds of stuff we talk about here on this channel. So if you want to stick around, I would love for you to do that. And at the end of this video, I have a free manifestation guide that I want you guys to download. It is just for you. And I'll be sure to link that below, and I'll share more about that at the end. So number three, and just to recap, we are talking about, 3 abundance blockers that could get in your way of manifesting wealth and success and so many other things in your life. Number 3 is not respecting money. And I made money and I was successful in the past, especially when I was building the, early building blocks of my coaching business, like setting the foundation for that business. I've made a lot of money in the coaching industry, but I feel like I wasn't really cracking the ceilings I really wanted to crack all the way. And I will say that I literally had no respect for money. No respect for money. I had no respect for my credit. I had no respect for creditors that I owed or bills that I owed. I had no respect for paying myself first. I wasn't managing my money. I didn't want to manage my money. I told myself I'm not an analytical person. I'm not an accountant. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to do it. So how can you expect for something or someone that you're not showing love to want to show love back to you? Well, it's the same thing with money. If you are not respecting your money and how you manage it and treating your money with love, why would it show you love back? So like, I would just encourage you that if there are any creditors that you owe, you need to get that right, because you wouldn't want for somebody to owe you. If you're not paying yourself first, that means you're not honoring yourself. So you need to make sure that you are reading books like Profit First and that you are honoring yourself by paying yourself first. Manage your money, putting it into the right accounts, paying your taxes, paying your bills on time, things like that means that you love your money and you care for your money. So you're going to get that love back. But when you show no respect at all for money and you're wondering why it doesn't stay with you long, bingo, that would be why. So guys, these are the 3 blocks that I have. Once again, it was inspired by another YouTuber's channel. I want to thank her so much for doing that video, because it inspired me to open up and also share and talk about what are some things that have actually blocked me. And I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Please share, like, which one of these really resonated with you the most? Which one are you currently working through? And are there any other money blocks that you're struggling with that you would like to share with the channel? I would love to hear it. And as promised, guys, I have a special manifestation guide just for you. All you have to do is sign up for it, and you will get the link to download the guide right to your phone or right to your computer. And it's going to teach you some of the manifestation techniques I've used to manifest more of my vision, and my vision into my reality, into my everyday reality. So I'm going to put the link below so that you guys can download that guide, that free guide. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today, guys. Don't forget that everything you put your hands to shall prosper if you believe. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you soon.